வைத்த என் செந்தமிழ் மொழிக்கு முதல் வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு, in Germany we have arranged, our great leader arranged a great program, historic monument, which பாரதி கண்ட புதுமை பெண்களை இந்தியா கண்டிருக்கிறது, பெரியார் கண்ட புதுமை பெண்ணை ஜெர்மன் கண்டிருக்கிறது. அந்த பெண்மணியினுடைய ஆற்றலுக்கு இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி ஒரு சாட்சியாகவும் அளித்து, and now I am going to my address. Very good morning to all nationalists from different nation. My topic is impact of self-respect movement in Tamil Nadu. My name is M. Vijayanand, already told. I have a pen name from the age of 14, Pagutarivalan. While entering into my topic, we have to go about something, know about India and Indian culture. India is an ancient country which has a very old history. And especially in Tamil Nadu, we have a Dravidian culture which has excellent humanity among the people. We have a typical example. If you take Tirukural, Purananadu, Agananadu, before 2000 years, 2300 years, we have an excellent humanity. How to fight, how a king to be ruled in a country, and how people should be treated. But later, the entry of Brahmins through Khyber Poland value, the history of the India has been changed. The Brahminical culture is introduced into our culture and changed the name as Hinduism. Therefore, they told so many stories. One story, if you take other countries, there is a one god and they will tell one story. But in India, they have 1,000 number of gods, 1,000 number of goddesses, 1,000 number of stories also. I tell only one story, very simple and very how they made a people very full. There is a Hanuman, there is a god. In a war, the Rama asked Hanuman, in the war there is so many blood loss to the warriors. So to stop that, we need some medicine. You go and get it from Sanjeevi mountain. These are everybody we know the service. We know the story. Then our Hanuman went to that mountain and he tried to search the Raman typically told a tree. No, he tried to get it. But the Hanuman, which he unable to find which tree is that, which plant is that. Then what he did, he take the mountain and come to the Rama and give it this. This is the story. One thing, friends, across the world, from India, from top to bottom of the world, in the botanical, there is only 3,20,000 plants. Within 3,20,000 plants, Hanuman able to not recognize a single plant. Then how this 600 crores of people, how he find me and give that thing Sarul. This is an example for how they make us fools. And especially with the help of this, they told if anything happened to the Indians, it is because of dharma and karma. There are some stories and they shut down the people's mind. And this caste system has a very big root of about 2,500 years back. After the entry of Rig Veda, Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita's, before 2,500 years, 2,700 years, it has been planted and watered and manured, and it is grow as not as a good tree, it's a bad tree to our culture. Then this results, there are 1,000 number of castes. I think many other foreign countries, maybe caste is 1 or 2, you can see. But in India, only in Tamil Nadu, when I studied plus two, they have if I bought an application for exam for a respective course, no, they give me a caste list, BC, FC, ST, like that. Only in Tamil Nadu, in 1998, we have 1,346 caste only in Tamil Nadu. Then imagine how about the 25 states, 29 states and 6 union territories, how much number of castes in India. So this may give a negative things to our humanity. And touching a person and eating in a person.
Change the slide.
Eating a person house is also a untouchability. It is a sign. Like that they have taught the people. Then our great leader, Periyar the greatest, have entered into the Dravidian politics and Dravidian culture. He is an extraordinary person, lived and worked social reformers in Dravidian society. He was born in 1879 in a well-to-do family. He does so many social reforms in 20th century. Is not able to satisfy or anybody to touch that. And from his childhood also, he is a progressive thinker. Then, when Periyar lived in that time, he saw in front of him, he saw social injustice, untouchability, human inequality, child marriage, status of women, widows, idol worship, and superstitious belief, etc. So, if many people are there, we can see these things. We can see these things and we walk away. But Periyar, he wanted to do something. Not only telling these things, he wanted to do something. We have to change this. Then the Periyar work starts. Periyar keenly observed Congress in 1907 to up to 1919. He didn't join that Congress, but keenly watched what Congress is going on, what Congress is doing for the freedom of India. Then laterly, about 3rd April 1917, he became the Erode municipal chairman, and after in the 1919, with the additional post of chairman, he had 28 positioning in different offices. And laterly, he started self-respect movement in 1926, and later is converted as Dravida Kazhagam, as the well known. And he empowered all his wealth and the public donations to the cause of humanity, and creating a public charitable trust. In the trust still it is running by our beloved leader. And there are so many leaders across the globe. There is only one leader, and he does excellent jobs and terrific changes in our country. And up to his death, he has been a honest social worker until his last work.
Change the slide.
And he started a self-respect movement in Tamil Nadu. When he tell all the statistics and what are all the ideology of his movement, then many of the people, not only from India, not only from Tamil Nadu, across the globe, maybe in especially we have told Singapore and Malaysia also, they have started this movement. And this movement is given a special name, Tanmanam and Suyamariyade. Suyamariyade is still taken over, the name still taken over up to Germany today also. And he made a special ideology, and he made a special things to his movement, and he did the work continues all these days. And the main objectives of self-respect movement no kind of inequality among people, no difference comes rich and poor, and there is no difference between men and women, and caste system, Varuna's religious, and to eradicate it, and eradication of caste system, like that, the slavery of women up to women's welfare. His objectives are like this. Then to eradicate the caste system in India, the first struggle of against untouchability is started from Vaikom. In India, 1924, 30th, Kerala Congress announced their agitations, and all the Kerala leaders are arrested and imprisoned, and the Kerala Congress leader sent a SOS and telegram to Periyar that you have to continue the agitation because of caste system. The problem is already yesterday Sir told the Mahadir temple, and the people should not walk on the Mahadera temple. That is the problem. And after the Periyar make a vigorous propaganda and canvassing across Kerala, and finally he win the program, and after the agitation, Kerala, that Samasthanam, respective Thiruvangur Samasthanam, made an amendment by law. In the streets, any people can walk. That is the victory of our leader. And in 1927, Periyar went to Bangalore and asked and meet Mr. Gandhi and say about to eradication this caste system, that Varunashana Dharmam, we have to oppose it, and we have to do something against this. But Gandhi didn't agree that. And to maintain the in 1951, the first constitutional changes, first constitutional amendment was done by the Nehru government with the pressure of Tandai Periyar. That is the first and great achievement, one of the great achievement of our leader. Is because of communal jivo. Then later we come into self-respect marriage. The self-respect marriage is one of the thing which is not seen anywhere in the world. This is only done and happened only by Periyar. It is not anything. It is not seen in any other place. And this is he started the self-respect marriage from 1928. After he did so many marriages, especially widows and the childhood marriage. There are so many widows are there in that time. He did marriage to that persons, and poor and intercaste marriages, love marriages. Even today also, many of the love marriages are happened in our Dravida Kazhagam office, I think so. And especially Sivagami Ammal, who could widow in long age, he is also get remarriage with the help of our self-respect movement. And Tamil Nadu became the first state and only state which has a gazetted order or make a gazetted order in Hindu Marriage Act without Brahmin priest. In 1967, it has happened with the help of our DMK leader C.N. Annadurai as Chief Minister. Yesterday, our Asadier told very clearly about An and R also. And this was an amendment which made an introduction in section 7 and permitted to Sriyamariyadai Thirumanam or Siridirtha Thirumanam is to be a name mentioned in that law. And in 1938, Periyar had been rewarded as a Periyar in a women conference by Neelambika Ammayar. She is a daughter of our Malayamalai Adigalar, one of the famous Tamil scholar. And in 1938 also, because of the agitation which is made by Madras, several women were arrested. Nearly 73 members were arrested and 37 were being imprisoned in jail for agitation. This huge number of women were arrested in Tamil Nadu is because of Periyar. Is only the stages have been taken place only because of Periyar. Now these are all the things which has happened in the this is the struggles which is made by Periyar. Now you have to see what are the changes that has happened in Tamil Nadu today. What is the status of Tamil Nadu? When you compare to Periyar time, this is the phenomenal and extraordinary changes has been changed and modernized society has been created. Still, from 1967, Dravidian movement is capturing the political power. It's very pleasure to say this. It is because of the social change which is done by our Periyar. And also the intercaste marriage, love marriages, and this Sirdirtha Thirunam also taken place in many places in Tamil Nadu. And Devadasi system is totally abolished in Tamil Nadu. Child marriage is totally stopped in Tamil Nadu. Many widows get remarriage because of our movement only. And right to property, there's one more important thing which is done by our DMK government is women have all rights to property. There is a Hindu Succession Act. They made an amendment in 1989. The resolution, the law amendment was passed in April 13th, which is effective from 25th March 1989. And now there is no temple was entered without the caste system. All people can enter in all street and all temple. And so especially in social justice, if you take 50% reservation in central government act, that is for India, is still continued. And in Tamil Nadu, the only state which has 69% reservation is because of our Periyar. This is the greatest achievement of our leader. And many of the peoples are getting jobs and education. Then finally I get to tell only two things to this. Then we do all these things in our society. Then what are all the changes right now, still now? There are so many religion there. In 1992, Babur Masjid was demolished by some Hindu movements. Many Hindu movements were demolished. Across India, there are 2016 members have been dead because of the quarrel. 2017 or 18, I think, above 2000. One thing has been noted, there is a single person did not dead because of that incident in Tamil Nadu. This is because of Periyar. This is oil of Periyar. One thing. And one more thing, there is a Modi magic is going on. In 1914 election, from India to Kashmir, they had bombarded so many false propaganda that he is this, he is this, he do that, he do this. So one thing I want to do, he take a photograph from China and he posted in Facebook, and he told that this is the bus stand which is created by Modi in Gujarat, like that. Only. So this even though there is the result of that is nothing, zero to that, it's only 1 to that. This is told, this is a Periyar soil, nobody cannot do anything that to achieve the greater achievement. Nowadays Periyar is not with us, but his principles and ideologies with us. So we have to do the work what Periyar did. We go to our place and our cities, we have to do what Periyar did, we have to do that. இது ஈரோட்டு பகுத்தறிவு பட்டறையில் தீட்டப்பட்ட அருவா. அந்த அருவாக்களை மீண்டும் ஜெர்மனியில் கொண்டு வந்து ஐயா தீட்டி இருக்கிறார். இந்த ஜெர்மனியில் தீட்டப்பட்ட இந்த அருவாக்கள் அனைத்தும் கலை சமூகத்தில் ஏற்படுகின்ற கலையை மட்டுமே எடுக்கும் என்பதை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு, யாரையும் கொலை செய்ய அல்ல என்பதை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு எனக்கு வாய்ப்பளித்தமைக்கு நன்றி கூறி நேரம் வசனக்கு இன்னும் வணக்கம் முடிக்கிறேன். நன்றி.
Thank you very much for your paper. Unfortunately, we are so short in time now that I cannot allow immediate questions. Maybe we can make a bundle of questions after the next paper if there is still time. Okay?